Hello and welcome to Tech 18. I'm Mohammad Adnan, and in this video we are going to discuss about how we can manage Microsoft Fabric with Azure DevOps if you are using multiple developers. There may be highly chances about developing one single Power BI report, for example, can be developed by multiple people. Like someone can develop at the model level, someone can work at the visualization layer, and some cases, even on the visualization on the report side, two people can work at the same time. So how we can do this kind of version controlling in that situation? What will happen? How we can avoid merge conflict? If there are any merge conflict, how we can resolve those issues? Those things we are going to look into in this video. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Now let's get started. Let me share my screen. So let's take an example for now. Like we have three users, two users. One is Alex and another is Azure. So these are the two users what we have, and they both of them are going to connect to the main branch. So this is how it will, and they are going to work simultaneously on the same report. So what are the steps we need to do here as a kind of situation? So first of all, they need to sync with the main branch, and then they have to bring those main information to their own branch. This is the third part of this video series. If you haven't seen that, the previous two video series, I recommend you to please go and watch that video, because there I have explained about what is the use case of these things and how we can create branches, and also how we can do this kind of Git integration with Power BI Fabric, with Microsoft Fabric. So here I am into Alex now, logged in here. And for getting the main data here, first of all, we need to pull request. So I need to go to this pull request options. This is basically I logged in into Azure DevOps. I need to click on pull request, and then I need to get the data from the main branch. So click on new pull request, and here on the top you see it is converting from Alex01 branch into main branch. Actually, we need to switch this one initially, and now you see there are no changes to the merge between the selected branches. So it means whatever the data which we have on the main branch, it is already synced with this Alex branch. So we don't need to worry about that. Now let's look into this Power BI side. And this is the report which we are going to make the changes. And now you see this Git status is everything is synced here. And if you go to this workspace settings, in the Git integration, now you can see these are the things which is Tech 18 organization, and this is a project, and this is the repository, and this is the folder. And I'm connected to this Alex branch 01. All right, so now what we can do is we need to make the changes. And also on the top right, we have this source control. It is 0. It means it is now synced everything between the main branch to this Alex branch and to this Power BI workspace. So there are two things here. One is, let me go back here. So first of all, we have a main branch, and then from main branch, we are splitting into different developers, different branches. So for Alex, we will have Alex_01, and for Hazel, we have Hazel_01 as a separate branch. And whatever the changes which these users are going to make, they are going to make the changes on this one, and we are going to sync onto this works on this branch. And from this branch itself, we are committing here these changes, and from here we are going to use the pull request. That's how it will work in order to mesh everything to the main branch. So Alex01 is actually tied up with this workspace, and that is how it is here. So now it means the sync everything is fine. What it does means is basically we have main branch to Alex branch, everything is perfect. I mean, all the data is now synced together, and from that branch, Alex branch to this workspace, everything is synced together. So I'm now clicking on this US analysis sales analysis report, and here I'm going to edit this report. Right now we have these two arrow buttons here, and for example, we can add some other shapes here. I'm not going to look into the data. I just want to make the small changes onto this one. Reset button. So I will add a reset button and align it to the center of this page. That's what the changes. And then close this report, save the changes. If you wait for a second or two, then it will sync this with the branch. And now you see we have this red highlighted icon on the top here. And also on the Git status column, we have uncommitted. So let's click on this source control, and then it will give us a message about commit changes. So added reset button by Alex. We don't need that anyway. So we need to select here what are the items which we are going to sync. This is really an important feature because usually if you are working on multiple reports and you don't want to commit the one report which is you are still working on, then you can skip those reports here and then click on commit. So this is right now going from Power BI workspace to this Alex01 branch. It is not actually going to the main branch. So we have committed the changes here. And right now, if you go back to the branch here, still I'm everything onto this Alex login itself. So you see it on the top right. We have alex at tyke18.com. All right. Everything looks good so far. So once Alex has clicked onto this repo in Azure DevOps under branches, you see we have updated just now. So we need to click on create pull request, and we can give it a name here, reset button added, and then click on create. And on the top, you see it is actually going from Alex into the main one. So clicking on create, and it says no merge conflict so far, and you can give it approve here and then click on complete so that it can merge this branch into that one. So as per this series continuous, so I don't prefer to delete this branch. So I will just uncheck this one and click on complete merge. So this will now make the changes to the main one. Merging pull request. So this is also done. Everything looks good. And now if you click here, everything is fine here. And now let's go back to this main one. You see the main thing is which I have logged in here, adnan@tyke18.com. And now I need to go log into Power BI. So if I go to this workspace, which is actually connected to the main branch, if I click on Git integration, you see everything is same, only the branch is refers to the main here. So it is now connected to the main branch. And now it's giving me a message that there is changes onto this one. If I click on source control, it gives a message about USS analysis. There's an update here. Previously, what we have seen, it's on under the changes because we have made some changes onto this one. And right now, there is no changes here. It's just an update, which is we are getting it from the source control. And click on update all. So far, everything is done. And right now, we have made the changes by Alex. So if I pick some other color here, so Alex has made the changes and he has pulled the information to its branch, and from here it has used the pull request. Everything is now synced to this main branch. So far, Hazel is actually using the older version of the main branch, right? Yeah. Now, without getting the pull request by Hazel, because Hazel and Alex are working in the two different locations, and they are not aware of Alex has made the changes. Hazel is not aware of that. So Hazel think about the one which she has is actually the latest one. So she will start working on that. In that case, if you see, if I go to this Hazel one, this is a Hazel one. And then if I close this report and open up again, you see it remains only the same thing here. There is no reset button available here. And now if I go to the workspace, still everything is synced here because Hazel is synced between the Hazel branch. It is not connecting to the main one. So before to that, if I go back to this main report and have a look into this one, as Alex has made some changes, you see in this one, which is I have logged in here, Adnan here, and it is the reset button is added onto this main branch. That's the one. So now let's go back to Hazel one and click on edit this report. I will also make some changes onto this one. I will add an help button here. That's it. So Alex added a reset button. Now Hazel added a help button here. So close this report, save the changes. And now you'll see after a few seconds, there is an indicator here that we need to sync to this branch. So added help button and select these changes, commit. Okay, everything is now synced here. Now let's go to Azure DevOps. I'm still logged into this Hazel branch. So if I click on the branches here under the repo section, it gives a message about you updated this Hazel branch just now, create a pull request. So I need to click on the create a pull request. But before to that, just to give you an indicator, there is a column here behind and ahead. So this is 3 behind and 2 ahead of the compare branch. Compare branch is basically the main branch. So there is a changes here. Now, if I go to the same for Alex here, if I click on the branches under the Alex, you see this one, the behind and ahead, it is showing as 0 here. So 1 behind and 0 ahead of compare branch. So it means it is now updated to this main branch, whereas that's not the case for Hazel. So this is just an indicator about we'll have some conflict issues during the pull request. So if we click on create pull request, we need to give it a name here. We can get added help button, and then I'm merging it from Hazel branch into the main one. So click on create. This will look for the changes, and now we got the message. One merge conflict onto the same report.json file, and what to do now. So if I go to back to this one, so Hazel has made the changes, everything is good. Now when you click on this area, this is where we have the problem. It is we are not able to sync between the Hazel branch to the main branch. So what should we do? As per our procedure, sync with the main branch, everything is done. So no issues with that. And then we have used the pull request to toggle merge between to get the latest data from the main branch to this branch. Everything is good. And Alex make the changes, commit. Alex pull request and merge into the main branch. This is also done. Hasn't make the changes and commit. Hasn't pull request merge to main. So here is the one which we have, and we have the merge conflict now. So what to do now? So in this case, I found a extension basically about what we need to use. So this is the pull request merge conflict extension, which is available on the marketplace for the Visual Studio. And this is also developed by Microsoft, so and also certified. So we don't need to worry about that. This is the Microsoft built one. So you need to get it free, click on that, and then your administrator need to install this one, enable this one, then only you can able to see this option conflict. If not, you will only able to see these 4 buttons here, 4 tabs here. So now you need to click on conflict here. This will actually compare the main branch and this branch, which is from Hazel, and give the list of available options here. And now it is on the top, we have the submit merge. And if I click here, we are getting this option. Keep the whole target right, the whole source left, and preview draft draft changes, reset merge, submit merge. So basically, this is actually merged between both the changes. And this one is basically asking to right means we have the main branch at the right side and the Hazel changes on the left side. So you want to keep the main branch or you want to keep the Hazel changes. That's the 2 options which we have here. But before to that, if I just scroll down, I just want to understand what are the changes it has actually. I'm aware of that these are the changes which it has because I'm the developer at the moment. But in some cases, the developer will be different and this DevOps maintenance will be different. So in that case, they need to look for this information and they need to contact with this person about the changes. But the best practice is before making any changes, pull the request from the main branch and then do your job. But there may be chances about during working on multiple projects about happening this one. So this is the workaround for solution for this. So once you have made the changes here, you need to use this submit merge option itself. But before that, I will show you something. Here it shows that this other information is not available, and here it has available, and this is available here, and this is not available here, kind of thing. All right, so this is the changes which we have. Now, this has an option about preview draft. So if you click on preview draft, it will just give you the option about how it will look like. So you see, it is actually added this information here and auto generated by conflict extension. So that's a good thing. It is automatically generating this information for us. It's basically comparing these 2 files and merging those information wherever required. So it means we'll get both the data, which is available already on the main branch, changes made by Alex, as well as the changes which is being done by Hazel. So both of them will combine together into the main branch now. Okay, all right. So let's cancel this preview and then click on submit merge. So I want to merge both of them. So it gives a message here, submit despite conflict. Yeah, there is a conflict, still you want to submit. Yeah, I want to submit that because I'm aware of this solution. All right. So this is now done. You see new changes were pushed here and you need to approve this one. That's a regular process. And then you need to click on complete merge in order to merge this one. So I don't want to delete the branch. Click on complete merge. Still there is a play. Story not ends here. Still we have one major issue, which I will show you in a moment. All right. So now everything looks good. Now main branch is also fine. And now if we go to this Power BI and refresh this area, here this will be everything is fine. Now let's go to the main branch. This is in the main branch here. And if I click on source control, this will look for this information. And now there is an update here. If I click on update all, it is pulling the information from the main to this one. Oh, we have got some issues here. We weren't able to update the following item. What is the error? The error message it shows here, the following file has phrasing issue report.json. So let's have a look into the main branch. What is actually the reason for that? I need to click on Fabric ALM. So in the report.json, I have it here. And here, if I scroll down, we have this option to look into that. Here you go. So here we have this message, auto-generated conflict extension. So this is a JSON file. So we don't need this information. We can click on edit. This is on the main branch. This has to be done very carefully because we are touching directly the main branch. And then remove these things which is developed by this one. Even though that's a good thing for us, but still it is not helpful. But so far, this is the extension available what I have. If you know some other solutions for this, please let me know in the comment section below about that. We have made the changes, required changes here. So click on commit here, but so far we'll make on this one, JSON one, and commit. Because we are making changes on the main branch, so we need to keep a track of those changes as well. So, and then click on create pull request. That's it. It will just open a blank report and that's it. Now, again, if we go back to this Power BI and refresh this thing, if the changes what we have done is perfect, then hopefully it should update the file. If it is not, then again, it will throw an error. Super. So this is updated right now. And now let's open up the report and we should have to see both the changes, which is reset button as well as the help button. That's amazing. So whatever changes which is made by Hazel, it is also available, and the changes which is made by Alex is also available on the main branch. Now, story not ends here. Again, if there is a changes which we need to do any by both of the developers, then we need to go back again to Alex. And now you see everything looks good here. There is no need to worry about the changes. But still, if I open up the report now, this is from Alex. And this is from Hazel, and we have this only question mark here, help button, not a reset button. And now if I go to this Alex here for this Power BI, it's also the same thing. The branch is synced with the workspace, but actually the branch itself is not synced with the main branch. Now you see only the reset button here. So for this reason, we need to go by user to the main branch on the branch section, and then click on to this main branch, or you can just directly go to pull request and then click on a new pull request. And here on the top, you just need to toggle the option from main to this Alex. Just type the latest and just giving the message here. So I'm getting the latest data from that. So there is no merge conflict, and then click on complete. So then complete merge. This is for Alex. And now let's go to Power BI workspace and close the report. Now we should see some updates from this one. Yeah, here is the update and click on update all. this is going to update the file from the main branch to this Alex branch and from Alex branch to this Power BI workspace. Now it is synced here. And if I open up the report now I should see both the things. Yeah, reset and the question mark. Cool. So Alex work is done. Now let's go to this Hazel thing. Hazel also we need to do the same thing. Click on create pull request, new pull request here, and there is no changes. Yeah, I agree on that, but still, if I need to take this from the main to the Hazel, because we Hazel changes is updated onto the main one, but the main branch has an information from Alex, so that is not pulled up here. So we need to go to the reverse way. So latest, and then click on create, and also complete merge, and it is merging pull request. This will take some time depending upon the connectivity. And now clicking on the source control for Hazel and click on update all under update section. It is now refreshed and synced together. Now, if I open up this US sales analysis report, and I'm able to see both the thing here, which is reset button and help button. And last thing which I want to show you here, if I click on the branches on the Hazel thing, now we see on this one behind and ahead, it is showing as 0 to 1, which is 0 behind and 1 ahead of this, because we just now use this pull request from the main branch. So that's why it is showing 0, 1 here. Similarly, if I go to this, what to say, the Alex user, it's also showing the same thing. The behind and ahead is 0, 1. So this is also the key point which you need to look for whenever you are using this pull request thing. So this is how you can able to come across developing with multiple users for a one single Power BI report. And also you can avoid the mesh conflict using those options. It still requires a little bit of work and very carefully you need to handle those things. Even though we have a version control, that is no need to worry about that, but still I prefer to go with this approach kind of thing, like we need to monitor step by step. I recommend you, as we are using this developer option, like we discussed previously, how the approach which I am preferring is basically, so developer 1 will have a separate branch, and developer 2 will have a separate branch, and developer 3 will have a separate branch, and these 3 of them will go to this main development branch. So this is basically the development branch, and from here we'll use the deployment pipeline. This is the development workspace, and this will be the test workspace, and this will be the prod workspace. So at any point of time, we are safe for the production people, so we are not surprising the things. So unless and until there is an issue on this area, so we need to follow this kind of architecture for the Git integration inside to Fabric, not only for Power BI, also for the Fabric item. Right now it is not supported, but it will future it will support, and you can make use of this video how we can make use of it. I hope by end of this video, it is clearly have a perfect series about this one. What is the Git integration about that? How we can do these things, and also how we can avoid the mesh conflict. And I believe there are things like which will come up in future. If it is there, then definitely I will try to make a video on that. But as of now, everything works on the web level itself. If you want to work on the VS Code thing, like how we can pull the request, develop locally into Power BI desktop, and then push it to this mesh brand, everything is possible from there. But the only thing is the pull request thing is not yet available on VS Code. There is an extension available developed by third party, but I tried that, it wasn't worked out. But still, you can have a try on that thing. But for the pull request thing, you had to go again to the web browser, which I have shown on this demo. You need to follow those steps. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you like this video, just hit the big thumbs up button. It has taken a lot of effort for me to do this series. I request you to please share this video with other people so that it can spread and help other people as well. So if you like this video, just hit the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure you turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.